today. From the seat.
Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors.
And we are underway from the Superdome.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And led out by the rookie. Expectations high here as he's making his first NFL start.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Flush to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Anderson.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, these 2 teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Taron Johnson made the stop. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Anderson
able to hit his target, Claypool.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. Back to throw. Anderson
finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Montgomery back to the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, the spin. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
14 yards and a Chicago first down. Operating from the gun, Anderson. Leaping, and he makes the grab.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Looking to throw. Anderson.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Hurts throw caught by Olave. He's got room at the 30, and he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Throwing is Hurts. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Off the play fake. Anderson rolling to his right.
This ball caught by Mechie.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Back to throw. Anderson.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Anderson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Operating from the gun, Anderson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Anderson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Anderson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On first down, Hurts targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And here's Kamara on the read option.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Rondale Moore.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints continue to pull away here in this first half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Anderson.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw again.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And again back to Komet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Anderson looking to throw on 2nd down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They go play action with Hurts.
And it's a short one here. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears.
He's still on his feet.
Anderson now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw.
That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
To throw is Anderson. To throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Anderson.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down, Hurts. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
2nd down and 3. Hurts. Slant pass complete to Olave.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the kick. Touchdown, Saints! Albert O, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Anderson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Kamara try the right side. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
A give to Kamara running right. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. On the toss, here's Nwangu.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Anderson. Over the middle, it's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Anderson on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Now Anderson throwing on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Here's Anderson on 1st and 10.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Completion here to Claypool.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now Anderson. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
79 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Kamara up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for New Orleans, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's the NFC Wild.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They'll start with the option.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Ward. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Now Ward on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Lance. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, it's Lance. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Lance to throw it. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Lance going to throw.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Jamison Williams.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and they got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more.
The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And here now come the Falcons. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game. But there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and are really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they wrote a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007. That season, pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was the quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ward from the gun on 3rd down. And he finds Howard complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
On 2nd, here's Algier.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Warren on first down.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo.
On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
3 yards remain for second down. Now Lance.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out in the backfield, telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
Now Lance on the bootleg.
On the move to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Lance
eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Lance and company going on 4th down. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
from 8 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Bass on for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. After one, a 14-3 ball game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Ward. Flushed out right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Ward now looking to throw on 2nd down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Ward. That's thrown underneath to Algier. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off play action. Ward. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Marcus Jones picks it.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give it one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Trey Lance and the 49ers set to return to the field here.
The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to call
touchdown! Tyreek Hill, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ward. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
2nd and 6.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 7 yards there and a first down. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Brandon Ayuk from 3 yards out. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Lance. He's got Bellinger.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
To throw is Ward. Throwing on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Ward. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Algier will try to pick it up.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's Matt Ariza now.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Forced out to his left.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
On first down, Lance.
Well, this is caught by Williams.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Lance now on first down. His pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That pass caught. It's Williams.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had it pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Moore. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 2 games here on this Super Wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We'll get it back out to you guys in just a minute. But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one. And it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. As for our game, it has been very one-sided in that first half. But you can't take anything for granted in playoff football. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. It may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Second down, here's an option right. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Lance looking to throw it.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will we be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing again on second down. Lance. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
And Lance now to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first. This drive continues to plunge forward. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
A give to the fullback on the dive. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. On the give, this is their fullback. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw. Moore. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Here's Hill on the return.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
He's got it to Williams.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Lance.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs.
From the gun, it's Lance. He's got this. Complete to Williams. Down inside the 10.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Operating from the gun, Lance. Escaping the pressure right.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Lance.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half.
I think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even starting to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off play action. Ward And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now an option play on second down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
On play action, Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. The Niners on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the 49ers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Ward, flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Ward throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Howard. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Now Ward on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Ward.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Ward on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll keep it himself.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's going, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
68 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and